Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Here we go, and away, and up, and away. Good morning, Zen Method. We have the glasses today, everybody. We got those glasses. If you look up top, 0 out of 12. Also, don't forget your hot me's. Good morning, traders. Good morning, Bill Boyle. Mr. Dave. Yes, it is. Thank you, Mr. Dave. Jules and Method. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Yes, get the hot me's in. Mew user. Good morning, Mew. Good morning, Mew. Good morning, everybody. Yes, yes, yes. Bill Boyle. Z Method. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning, my traders. Jacob, well, thank you and welcome aboard, Jacob, for the follow. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's hammer that first goal right out of the gate. Let's go, team. Let's go, team. Good morning to you guys. Good morning. Technical. Hello, Mr. Dave with the $1.99. Thank you, Mr. Dave. I appreciate you. Hello, back to school. How are you? Andrew the Believer. Yes, he's believing. Zen Method. Good morning, my traders. How are we doing? Short week this week coming up with the holiday. Market's going to have very little volume. So we have to take that into account, okay, my traders? All we ask that you do throughout the live is cheer, 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 cheer. And by doing that, you just hit your screen, okay? Also, all we ask you do is donate if and when you can and share the live out. Right now, we have 0 share. Share and repost the live, everybody. Okay? So here we go. Tomorrow morning, we will be in this a narrowish state here on Miss Market. This is our narrow state, okay? And on the 5, you look pretty good. The only issue we're going to have tomorrow is we're not going to have much volume. All right? So we have to keep that into account here as we trade the markets tomorrow. We're going to put on our whip zone levels here. All right? So what is the whip zone? The whip zone, we do not trade inside this whip zone. If you want more detail about the whip zone and what it is and how important it is, you'll find that in our VIP education community. But as we know on Miss Market, coming up above this whip zone, we got that 200 on the 15-minute right there. So would anyone go long here and trade into that 200? Who would take a long into that 200 here tomorrow at the opening bell? If we open up, traders, right about here, let's say we open in the whip zone, and are we taking that up to that 200? Who would take that to the 200? You can take it to the 200 if there's a reason why you can and can't take it. What is those reasons? Let's really separate the traders from the amateurs here right now. When can you take this trade above the whip zone into that 200? Based on what? Volume? No, there's always volume. When would you take this trade above the whip zone into that 200? Need an event. But why? What the most important thing, traders? What do we need? What do we need? Retest? No. I'm getting worried now. I'm getting a little worried here. No, Jesus. No. When are we allowed to take this trade above the whip zone into that 200? Folks, based on your risk to reward, can you get a 1-to-1 at your entry to the 200? If you can't get at least a 1-to-1 risk to reward from your entry to that 200, we do not take the trade. You got to know these things, okay, babies? We got to know this. Risk to reward. You must know your risk to reward before every entry you ever make, because you're always going to have support and resistance. So let's think about this. Let's think about this, traders. So I'm going to put up here right now, that is a resistance level, okay? If we have a move to the upside, okay, right here, and then we get a move to the downside right here, we are now going to take this long to the upside right here. Everyone follow me? Based on your risk to reward, which you learned in the VIP, if it allows, then you can take the long up to that resistance level. If you can get a 1-to-1 minimum 1-to-1. If you can't get a 1-to-1 to that resistance point, you're not taking the trade. Okay? Do we all understand this? You need room, babies. You need room. Too many of you would enter right here, right into that resistance. Boom. A lot of you would go long right there, right into that resistance level, and then you say to yourself, what the heck just happened, when it rejects off of here and stops you out back to the downside. So there are two things I want you to always remember. Always, 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 if there's anything you ever learn in life about trading, you never trade into support or resistance. We never trade into resistance. We never short into support, ever. If there's anything in your way, a whole number, a moving average, anything, you wait. You wait, you wait, you wait. You do not take the trade, because you're going to lose the trade. JDM with the ice cream cone. Yes. Davion. Yes, it is. Zen Method, the believer. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Esther Lopez. Yeah. Good job, Julie. Good job, Julie. Okay? So if we put this resistance level back up here, boom, there it is, okay? Major resistance right here. We get the move. We get the move. You get a pullback here because it's resistance. We are not going long into this resistance. Never will you ever go long into resistance here. You want this to get above. We're not going long here either. All right? We're not chasing this. We're not going to the moon. No. You are waiting for the pullback. Market cycle will guarantee you a pullback. I promise you, okay? You will get that pullback. Boom. Now you must hold this resistance line. We have to hold this. If we come breaking through, we're not going long here again because we're not going long into resistance. Okay? Now, let's think about this. Can you go long here? Boom, there it is. Can we take that long to the upside there? And if we could take that long to the upside there, why? How come? Why can we take that long? You retested it. You held this support level because it was resistance coming up. Okay, this was resistance coming up. Now it is support coming back down. What was once resistance is now support if you get through it. Now, let's bring this back out. Why aren't we going long right here? What is that called? What do we call that in the market, everybody? You get that beautiful elephant candle, boom, right into resistance. It breaks above. That is called the poke through. So many traders get nailed on this one. The poke through. They think, I just broke resistance. You didn't break anything. When you retest it and get an event, then you broke resistance. I used to think the same thing. I used to think, okay, we just broke 695. There's our resistance. We broke it. I'm hammering that thing to the upside. And then what would happen to me? We would go back down that way. And I'm sitting here going, wait a minute. We just broke the resistance. It went above the resistance. No, no, no. You have to hold this right here for a move up. And that is going to be life-changing for a lot of you because I saw a lot of new VIP traders post their trades from Friday, and a lot of you got fooled on the poke through. No, no, no. Okay, my beauties? So let's say we get this move to the upside. And now we're waiting for our event. We're waiting to hold this support level, and we come back down. Are we shorting this now back to the downside? Yes or no? Who's short that to the downside? Who's saying we're crashing out? We're bleeding out, Voss. I'm hammering that thing to the downside. Who's taking it? Esther Lopez. Thank you so much, my beautiful Esther. Thank you. No. Why aren't we shorting that to the downside now? Because now this is a poke through going in the opposite direction. You need to retest that. Then, if you hold it, then you could take your short. Too many of you are getting jammed up here, okay? Too many of you are taking unnecessary losses by going short here and by going long there. How many of you have done that? How many of you have entered on the poke through and lost your trade? Put me in the chat, please. Don't fall for the poke through, man. It's a doozy. It is a doozy. Yep. Now you know. You must retest it and then go. You must retest it and then go. And if you get a color change up here or a color change here, you sit there and you're going to do this while you're in the trade. Come to Papa! All right? When you take an entry, traders, and you now know, because you are a VIP trader, you are properly trained on how to trade, I want you all from this day forward to scream out, once you put your break even in, come to Papa! Can everyone do that for me? And enjoy the ride and collect your profits. All right, my beauties? So going back to the SPY, we need to have a one-to-one risk to reward up to that level, or we don't take the trade, okay? So let's use this as an example. Come to Papa. Yes, it is. All right, let's see what we got here. So at the bell, ding, 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 we get to move up. You don't have your risk to reward. It breaks through the 200. Do we go long here? We just broke the 200. Do we go long there? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Andrew says yes, sure, why not? Everyone else is saying no over here. Why aren't we going long? Why aren't we going long right here, my beauties? My beautiful traders. Why aren't we hammering that thing to the upside? Correct. It's a poke through. Andrew, we just went over this. It is a poke through. You need the retest of that 200. Then if you hold it, woo, then you're going for a ride. Okay? Then you're going for a ride, and you're going to look at this pivot up here, 675 as your target. Okay? How many of you have just learned more in the last 10 minutes than you have ever known about trading? Non-VIPers in here, how many of you have just learned more in 10 minutes than you ever have from anybody else? E, thank you, my friend. Now, folks, listen to me. We have a VIP, okay? And you're going to head over to the VossTrading.com or click the thing in my bio, okay? This is where you get into the VIP. We keep it nice and cheap for you, and we are going to teach you how to trade properly. We are going to fix your mess that you have created for yourself. But that's okay that you created this mess, traders, because you just didn't know what you were doing. I had the mess. All the current VIPers have had the same mess as well. We all create this mess, and we develop all these bad habits trading just because we don't know what we're doing. All right? We're going to head over now to NVIDIA, to the moon. Look at that rejection. Whammo, 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 whammo. Okay? We put these levels in tomorrow for you. Let's see what we got here on NVIDIA. NVIDIA, we will be in a narrow state coming into tomorrow. It looks mighty delicious right now, but we got to check our higher time frames. So we have a problem. We're in a narrow state tomorrow. Good morning, Bendayo. Here we go. Are we ready, my beauties? Ding, 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 ding. Out of position 1. Are we going long into that 5-minute 200? Are we going into that 5? Why not, Henry? Good morning, Florida Flex. Mike Spencer, I turn. Hello. Folks, can we finish those 6 glasses off, please? Please hammer away at those 6 glasses. There was rejections. Where? Why? What's a rejection? Resistance. What's resistance? What's resistance? Why aren't we going long? It's an elephant candle. We got to hammer that thing to the upside, don't we? Look at that beautiful elephant candle. Let's go. Not a poke through. You didn't get there yet. What are you poking through? You're not poking through anything. We want to hammer that into the 200. We never go long into a 200. That is the granddaddy of them all. Never go long into a 200. Whammo! Whammo! You tried it twice already. Look. Uno. Nope. Dos. Nope. Who's going to go long into that 5-minute 200? Say me if you were going long into that 5-minute 200. The granddaddy says, no, no, no. Who's going long there? But side liquidity got rejected. Oh, we got our first one on the board. Here we go. Are we ready, traders? Are we ready for him? Say yes in the chat. Are we ready for him? Say yes in the chat. Are you ready for him? Do we know who we're ready for? Char Henry. You, my friend, are the wizard of the day. He used the word liquidity. Everybody, please reply to Char Henry in the chat and tell him he is the wizard of the day. Yes, it is. Liquidity, liquidity, liquidity. Thank you, everybody. And thank you, Char, for being here. Yes. Okay, back to work. We are not going long into that 200. What do we need? What do we need? Look, here we go. We're going long. Here we go. No. No. Okay, why aren't we taking this long right here? We need the retest, beauties. We need that retest of that 200 right there. Retest that thing and then hammer it to the upside. Now, a couple things you need to know here, okay? If we get this retest and we get this move to the upside, what's powerful about this is now you're also over the base. See the base right here? You're going to ride that up, baby. You're going for a 2-to-1 on that sucker. You're going to ride that pony home. Yes. And then what are you going to say? Okay. I want to test your knowledge here. Boom. Boom. And as that's going up, right around here, you put that break even in. And what do we scream as loud as we can? What do we scream as loud as we can? Come to Papa! Yes, it is. Let's go. Come to Papa. And then you collect your winnings. Okay? Now, let me ask you a question. This is very important. When you enter here, how do you know what your reward's going to be? When do you know when to get out up here? When are you getting out? Are you just going to hold it and slide that stop loss up, up, up like an amateur? Look, slide, 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 slide. Well, when are you getting out? If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. We are on every day. Let's go. Pop-Pop, yes it is. Thank you, Pop-Pop, for the glasses. We got 5 more glasses left. Thank you for the follows, everybody. I appreciate it. Love you. Love you, love you, love you. JDM. Sabrina, thank you. KK, I turn head. Where are you getting out up here, traders? You're in an A+ setup trade. Are you just hoping and praying it goes higher and higher and higher? When are you're getting out based off of what? What are we getting out at? Our risk to reward. Before you enter this trade to the upside, you will know what your risk to reward is before you enter. And that's going to tell you where you're getting out. Are you going for a 1-to-1 or are you going for a 2-to-1? This is where you are going to know when to get out. Now, for all our beautiful traders in here, the market cycle primarily runs on what? What does it primarily run on? Ben Affleck with the $1.99. Yes. What does it run on? I'm waiting. What does it run on? The market cycle runs on what, traders? I'm looking. Henry with the fest pop. Thank you. Sabrina, thank you. It runs on a 1-to-1 risk to reward. Every time you look at your 1-to-1, you will run over. Okay? You will get the pullback at your 1-to-1. But you're not going to go back and be able to check this because you are entering wrong. You are entering wrong. So it's never going to make it to a 1-to-1. Okay? And that's what we're going to go over now. Your entries on the market cycle are always wrong. So you can't even get a 1-to-1. So for a lot of you that are in here, let me ask you a question. When you get into a trade for a long, after about 10 seconds, there's a pullback on you? And now we hope that this thing's going to move back up. How many of you, when you get into a trade, does it immediately pull back on you? Say yes in the chat. High speed, yes. Henry, yes. Who else? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so this is happening to you, traders, is because you don't know where to get in. Okay? So the market runs on a cycle. We went over this yesterday. The market is running on a cycle, and we're not going to go too deep in this again today. You are entering here for a long and here for a long, and this is why it is running over on you. Okay? You got to know where to enter properly on the market cycle. Once you do that, 70% or higher, you'll be able to get your break-even trade. So what do I mean by that? Once we teach you in the VIP where to enter on the market cycle, let's say you enter here. You're in for a trade. You get a little bit of a pullback. That's okay. All right. And then your stock starts going. When you earn the right to put your break even in, we are going to teach you put that break even in. Because now you're not losing anything. You were going to sit back with your arms like this and watch the trade unfold. You were going to let the trade work for you. During this time, it may pull back on you. And you may go, oh my God, oh my God. But here's the difference. You're not going to lose anymore. Why? Because we taught you, you earned the right to put your break even in. You're not going to lose anything on that trade. Okay? And then when you get your 1-to-1 or 2-to-1 to the upside, you get out. See, right now, a lot of you can't even put a break even in. You can't even put a break even in. So what the amateur trader does is they get into a trade right here. Okay? They get into a trade. They get a little bit of green to the upside. Let me show you what they do. They get a little bit of green right here, and then they start sliding that stop loss up. And they're trying to now chase this candle to the upside. But what happens is you get stopped out. So you make like very little. And you're like, oh man, I made it too close. How many of you in here have slid that stop loss up and got stopped out because you did it too close? How many of you? Yeah, see? Did that for 5 years. Because you are too afraid to lose. Because every time you enter wrong on the market cycle, it immediately goes against you. That's what you're used to. Here's your entry, right? And then there's your loss. And then you'll try it again. There's your loss. You'll try it again. There's your loss. Now, what ends up happening is you start to get desperate now. Now you're pissed off. You get in again, right? It starts pulling back on you. Pulling back, and you sit there and you go, I'm not getting out. I'm going to hold this thing until it comes back up. I'm sick and tired of getting into a trade, and it always goes against me. And then you blow up your account. How many of you have done that? Huh? How many of you have done that? So what we're going to teach you in the VIP is to enter a trade, either short or long, properly. The stock's going to go in your direction. You are going to slide that break even in, and if it comes back and stops you out, you didn't lose anything. You didn't lose anything. Okay? Will there be trades that you get in where you can't enter a break even? Yes. So you're going to get in, okay? You almost, and then it comes back and stops you out. That's the nature of the business. But we're going to show you where to put your break even in when you earn the right to put your break even in. And we're going to show you where you're going to stop out properly. So if you do lose the trade, it's very, very small. It's not of these big trades anymore. Because right now, traders, when you come into my VIP, I have you doing this. These are your losses, and these are your winners. These are your losses, very big, and your winners are very small. So you right now is what we call you are upside down as a trader. You're upside down, okay? So when you look at your equity curve, that's why it's trending down, because you can't do anything, obviously, when your losses are much bigger than your winners. It's never going to happen, all right? We got 4 more sunglasses. Hammer these things. Let's go, guys. Hammer these things, my beauties. Okay? And then we're going to go over some more valuable things for you. All right? You have 1 treasure box for your current live. Open. Let's see what this is. I never saw this before in my life. I don't know what that was. We had a treasure box. What does that mean? I don't know. A Black Friday special? No. Only people who have Black Friday specials are people who are robbing you for the original price. It's $50 a month, and you're going to get the education of a lifetime. All right? Come on, we got to finish off these sunglasses. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, now. So what we got to do in that VIP when you come in is I got to stop the bleeding. with you because right now your losses are too big. So we are going to work on risk management. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you enter trades, and I want you to lose on purpose. What? 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 Yes, you are going to enter a trade, and you are going to lose on purpose. How about that? And what we're going to do is we are going to make your losses go from this to that. This is you when you enter the VIP. This is you losing now. After a little while, your losses will be this right there. VIPers, have your losses significantly shrunk since you joined the VIP? Put yes or no in the chat. Have your losses gone from this side to this side right here? Put yes or no in the chat. Lamb. Yes, it is. Yes, 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 yes. Now, once we do this, traders, okay, once we get this out of the way, listen to me. Now your risk management is under control. So we can put a checkbox there, okay? So risk management, we'll check that off. That's the first thing we must do is teach you how to lose properly. Why? Why do we work on risk management first? Why is this so important? And you're about to have a life-changing revelation here. You ready? We got 5 more sunglasses. If we don't finish these off in the next 5 minutes, we're done. Okay? Akeem the Dream. Save bankroll. Good job, Todd. Good job, Todd. Sergio, thank you. Because risk management is the only thing we control. When you enter a trade, okay, when you enter that trade for a long or a short, you have no control over what this is going to do anymore. You don't know if it's going to go up. You have no clue. The only thing we control as traders is risk management. We live and we die by our risk management. Okay, I need this to sink in with you. You have no control what this is going to do. The only thing you control is when it doesn't go your way of getting out. You must get out of the trade. And you must know where to get out of the trade. Okay? Right now, a lot of you get in a trade, you don't know when to get out if you have a winner, and you don't know when to get out if you have a loser. You're just hoping, and you're all over the place, right? You hear the bell, you're like, do I get in? Do I slide this up? Do I go this way? Do I go that way? You're just guessing. That's all you're doing is guessing in the market. Okay? Now once you're a VIP member, you are going to have a plan. You're going to have a blueprint. You're going to have trading rules. Everything you do will be robotic going forward. You're going to be a robot trader, okay? Remember, risk management is the only thing we control. That is it. You have no control over the wins. Now, another thing I need you all to understand. You will always be, once you get there, a good trader. You will never be a great winner. Never. You will become a good winner. That's the best you can do, okay? You'll never become a great winner because we have no control over the wins. Now, here's the key. You must become a great loser because we control that. Okay? We control the losing. You must be great at controlling the losing. You're always only going to be good at controlling the winning. We don't control it. Okay? You have to write this down. The traders that do this and make money consistently are great at losing. Great. They're good at winning. Now, why can't we ever be great at winning? Does anybody know? Why can't we ever be great at winning? All right? I want everybody to look at this guy's profile picture. I'm going to pin them. All right? I want you to look at this profile picture, and I want you to look at the word malarkey Now, I want you to comment to them anything you want. Go ahead, go comment. Go comment, reply to this person, okay? Yes, most people don't follow the rules, correct. They will follow the rules, and that's why they lose, okay? That's why. Folks, we got 5 more sunglasses. We got 1 more minute. 1 more minute. There it is. 1 more minute. And then I want to be pretty. Yes, Esther Lopez. Elio, let's go. 3 more. 3 more. Let's go. The reason you'll never become a great winner is because, let me show you the 3 fundamentals of trading, okay? Risk management is number 1. Risk. Number 2, entry. And number 3, you will always be maximizing your profits. You will always work on maximizing your profits. Always. You will never be able to perfect that. Nobody, me, you, nobody will ever be able to perfect maximizing profits. So this is why you're only going to be good at winning. You have total control over risk. Total control. And that's why you must be great at it. Because if you're not great at losing, you're never going to be consistently profitable every single month. Bell Boyle, Jules, we got 1 more. Who's got the one? Who's got the one? Good. Hey, Akeem the Dream, how are you? Shama, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay? So that's what we do first. We're going to work on your risk. Then we're going to work on your entries. And how do we do that? Based on the market cycle. This is called the market cycle. This is the way the market cycle runs. We are going to teach you this. We are going to teach you where to enter properly based off your cycle, based off price action, okay? So right now, for all my newbies in here, my beautiful new traders, if you have a chart that looks like this currently, all right, and you got trend lines and horizontal lines and Bollinger Bands and volume and MACD flying all over the place, and now you are trying to read a chart, and that is what your chart looks like, those days are over. This will all be gone on your chart. We're going to wipe it clean. When you become a VIP member with us, are you ready? All of this will disappear. This is what your chart's going to look like. I want you to take a picture of that chart. If you want to trade like this and stop the amateur trading with all the nonsense on your chart, put me in the chat. If you want to start winning based off this chart and not all the garbage, will get all that anxiety away from you, put me in the chat. Zen Method! Thank you, Zen! Thank you so much. Yeah, Nate, we hope you get the help that you need. I know a lot of good psychiatrists, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. If you need help, brother, let us know, and we'll get your mental health checked out, all right, bro? And I mean that. I'm not joking with you or trying to call you out here. You got to get the help you need, my brother, all right? It's out there. Get your mental health checked out, please. Norman, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Indicators, Ben Affleck, we don't use indicators. Amateurs use indicators, okay? So I want you to stop using an RSI or a MACD or an oscillator. Take them off. Because my question to all of you is, how many of you in here that are non-VIPers, of course, use indicators? RSI, MACD, all that, volume, all that nonsense. How many of you use that in here? Put me in the chat. How many of you use it? Put me in the chat. Thank you, Norman. Yes. If you use it, I want you to admit it, okay? Okay, Brian says me. Who else? I used to. Not anymore. Okay, how's it working for you? Have you been green the last 3 months in a row? Have you been green the last 3 months in a row? See, traders, what a lot of you do is you base off your results on what you did that day. So if you have a little green day, you think you figured it out. And then the next day is a huge red day. And then let's say next week you have a little bit of a green day, okay? And then the next day you have a big loss again. On these days right here, you think your RSI and MACD helped you. It didn't. You just developed more bad habits by those little winners that you shouldn't have entered here. You should not have entered here in the first place. So you now just developed a bad habit in the market where you think those winners were a good thing. And then you keep losing. And you're stuck in this vicious cycle of big losses and small. You can't get, it's like being in quicksand. Get me out of these small winners, right? You can't get out of it. Get RSI off the chart. All right? You must base your trading over the month. You should be green every month. There is no reason why any of you that know how to trade aren't green every single month. You're not going to be green every day. You're going to have red days in there. Okay? But you need to be green every month. You can't do this if you're not green every month. There's no reason why you aren't green every month. That is 20 to 22 trading days. How the hell, when you know what you're doing, are you not green? It's almost impossible. Okay? How many of you here have been green the last 3 months? How many of you have been green the last 3 months? Put me in the chat. I'm curious to see this. Holding long positions. Yeah, because Rhino, we got to teach you risk to reward. That's why. Once we teach you that, you'll be in good shape. Thank you, Henry. Nevertheless, for the roses. Yeah, we don't have a lot of green people here. Why? So if every month, okay, these are days. This is what your trading month should typically look like. We're not going to do every day because I'll be here drawing. Okay? This is what the green are your green days for the month, the red are your red days. That is what your month should look like. There is no reason why any of you in here, once you are trained by us, you're not green every month. There's no reason. I mean, it's almost JDM, Powder, every VIP or Candy that are in here. Lino, whoever's in here. How are you guys green mostly every month or VIP? How can you not be green every month? And not every day, it's every month. How is that possible? All right? Now, what we teach you in the VIP is going to be a fundamental blueprint on how to trade properly. You still must execute that. This is not financial investment or tax advice. This is for training education purposes only. A lot of you are going to go in there and still fail because you don't have the discipline or the patience to see it through. But those that have are doing very, very well now. I mean, it's almost ridiculous. But folks, you got to start thinking and you review your trades based off the month, not off of days, the month. You review every month and say to yourself, how did I do? Now, here's the trouble that a lot of amateur traders fall into. In their mind, when we come to the end of November, they think their equity curve is going to look like this for the month. In your mind, you think you traded like that for the month. But when you go look at your journal, you really traded like that. You go back and look at your journal and you say, holy hell, that can't be right. I'm that bad at this? Yes. How many of you in here journal every single trade you take? How many of you journal every trade you take? Put me in the chat. Folks, you got to journal your trades. You have to put every single trade you take in that journal. And at the end of the month, you must go back and look at that journal. Okay? Folks, it is, you can't do it. Okay? You got to journal. You need to look in the mirror and say, I'm not good at this. I am not making yourself believe you're good at this. You're not going to go anywhere. So you're telling me you would rather make yourself believe you're good at this than actually being good at this, just so your ego is protected. Is that what a lot of you are telling me in here? As long as I convince myself I'm green, even though I'm really not, that I'm okay with that. I know it'll eventually I'll figure this out. You won't. You are never going to figure it out. Let's get some roses. Let's go. Pin. Let's go. Hammer those things. Roses to the moon. It's a rose party. We got 12 shares. 12 shares. We have 38,000 likes. How pathetic is that? 38,000 likes. 38,000. Sonia, we teach you what journal to use. It's a free journal online. Start tapping. We got to get over 100,000. Come on, guys. Let's go. Hammer those roses. Let's go. I'm giving you free education here. Free. You learn more in the last 45 minutes than you have your entire time. Now Nate wants to get into the VIP. You see how this works? Nate, you got to admit, Nate, that you are poo-poo at trading. Poo-poo. All right? Poo-poo. Thank you, Faithful. Thank you, OMZ. Nevertheless, he is Bill Boyle. Let's go, Norman. Henry. Yes, it is. To the moon. Yes. All right, let's look at this now, traders. We're going to go back to Miss Market, okay? And what I'm going to do is we have the whip zone in place. Now this is what I want to teach you. I'm going to mark out some levels for you. All right? Bam. Okay. Now we're going to pull this back. The major support and resistance levels are now in place. That's all. It should take you no more than 5 seconds to put these in place. Okay? Now, we have our state. We're in a narrow state. We got that much under control. We don't know our position right now until the bell goes off. So let's say we open right here. Ding, ding, ding. How many of you are going long right there? How many of you are going to take that long? Now, if you're going to take that long to the upside, I want you to tell me why in the chat. If you are not going to take that long to the upside, I want you to tell me why you are not going to take it long. All right? Go. Go. Hi, Ari. How are you, sweetheart? Good to see you, and welcome over here, too. All right. Andrew says no because he doesn't want to trade into resistance. FFCK says it's a breakout, so it's a buy. Mary, $50 a month, $49.99 a month. All right, so we have Andrew who's not going because of resistance. And then we have over here, where'd they go? I'm going to pin this so we remember the name. FVVCK is going to go for a buy. All right, Bango Bands is going for a buy as well. He has a money icon in his name, so he doesn't make any, so I know that coming out of the gate. No offense, Bango Bands. The fact that you have a money emoji, you don't make any money. No, I'm not going to go long until we get a retest and confirmation. Wait for retracement. Okay, folks, you are in position 3. You are never going long out of position 3. Ever. Never going long out of position 3. And we are never going long into double resistance right here. This is a supply area. You are going to get wrecked if you try to go long at the open right there. So those who said they're going long because it's a breakout, you are going to lose. Okay? We are not going long into that resistance. We are not going long out of that position on a breakout. It is not a breakout. That, my friends, is going to wipe you clean. Okay? That, my friends, is going to wipe you clean. Position 3 to the downside. We are not going short. You are going to get wiped clean going in the opposite direction. Position 3, we are not going long. You are going to lose. Should we keep going? Should we keep position 3? Are we going short? No. Let's keep going. This is fun. Position 3, are we going long? No, you went sideways. Now you're stuck on this gap and nap over here. Let's keep going. Gap and nap again. This is position 2. You're okay there. Give me a 3. Give me a 3. No, that's not a 3. Let's keep going. We want more 3s. Is this a 3? Let's see. There we go. There's another 3. FVV's going to the moon. No, he's not. He's going to lose. All right? We do not go long out of position 3s. Mark that down. Please, for the love of the wizard, mark that down. Okay? What determines position? You learn that in the VIP, my brother. We ain't giving you that here. You crazy? Yes, the VIP is open. You are going to head over to the Voss Trading. Right here is where you get in, and we are going to teach you how to trade. I'm telling you right now, once you watch the educational course content, we have 70-plus hours worth of educational content. I'm going to train you every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, live, in the live training room. You are going to upload your trades to us, and we are going to review them every day for you and tell you what you're doing wrong. Who else reviews your trades every day? You think all these other places that charge you $200 a month are going to review your trades? Go try it. Thank you, faithful. Living in the heat. OMZ. Never. Yes, let's finish these roses off. We got work to do. We are at 47,000 taps. 47,000. 47,000. Is that bad or is that bad? Thank you for all the follows. I appreciate you guys. You guys are sleeping. You guys are sleeping. Tap that screen. We got to get to 75,000 in the next 5 minutes. On the count of 3. 1, 2, go! Tap the hell out of it. Let's go. Roses all day long. Let's go. We gave you a lot of content on here today, a lot of education. I hope you wrote it down, and I hope you start trading better. We want to help you get better at this. That is our goal. Sometimes we're tough on you because we know what it takes to be good at this. Okay? Just guessing, folks, isn't going to cut it. Let me tell you the reasons why people come to trading. They hate their job, they're desperate for money, or they want time freedom. These are the 3 reasons that people become traders. In no particular order. You either hate your job, you need more money, or you want more time on your hands. How many of you started trading because of one of these 3 things, or multiple? Put me in the chat. Flood that chat if you became a trader because you either hate your job, you have no money, and you want more time. Put it in the chat. Let's go, babies. Let's go. We're at 53,000 cheers. Let's go. We need 250 more roses. Let's go. Hate dealing with coworkers. All right, so the majority of you, all of you, it's one of these 3. Well, if you hate those 3 things so much, you gotta fight for it. Sometimes I fight harder for your goals than you fight for your goals. You gotta learn how to trade. Today is the day where you must say, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Whether it's trading or something else that you're fighting for, if you want to start a business, go get it. Go do it. Go become great at it. Don't become just good. Go become a great loser in the market, and then your winners will come with it. Start fighting for it. Stop tiptoeing around and being scared. I'm afraid. I'm afraid to get in a trade. I'm afraid. Now, here's what leads me to this. In order to be good at trading, you must be in a simulator. We're going to tell you what simulators to use. You got to trade the live market and be green. This is, folks, now listen to me. 6 months in a row. Okay? This is just a ballpark. If you do this, doesn't mean you're still going to be good at trading. Okay? But you have a better shot at being good with your real money. And you must take a minimum 350 trades, of course, over that 6 months. And you must be green every month. But you have to take a minimum 350 trades in your simulator. Then you can think about maybe going live. I've seen people accomplish this and get their face ripped off after that and quit because they lied to themselves. When you do this, you cannot lie to yourself. You can't just put in your journal the good trades. Every trade you must conquer, because then you're just going to lose your hard-earned family's money. But go fight for this. This is just a ballpark example, okay? There's no reason why any of you are trading your real money in the market. The only reason you are is because you're desperate for money right now. You're desperate for those one of three things or all of them. You hate your job so much, you need money really bad, or you want freedom, time freedom real bad. Okay? But this takes time. Becoming a trader takes time. You got to go through months of pain to be good at this. You're not going to just come in the VIP and say, okay, I joined, I'm going to be great at this. 80% of you are going to quit. And you're going to make an excuse up to not protect your ego, okay? Remember that. We all start here. We all start in this box. Then we venture out in life to one of these two boxes. Which box do you want to be in? The 80 box or the 20 box? Put me in the chat. Put 80 or 20 in the chat. Do you want to be in the 80 box or the 20 box? And the tapping has stopped. So after this, we're going to finish those roses off, all my beauties. You want to be in the 20 chart. 80% of the traders are going to quit. Quit. Okay? Only 20% of you are going to make it to the next step, that is. But 80% are going to quit. It's the 80-20 rule. It works in everything in life, even your business. Okay? 20% of your customers are going to make up 80% of your business. Those same 20% customers will make up 80% of your business. Here, 20% of you have a good chance, if you work hard, to make it as a trader. 80% of you aren't going to make it. And I need you to know this. I'm going to be truthful with you. That is the numbers, folks. But you got to fight for this. You got to fight for that 20%. It's not going to come easy. You're not going to just put money in and say, we're going to the moon. This is the day I'm going to become rich. Disney World. You're not. You're going to lose it all. Okay? You are going to lose it all. And out of this 20, only half of you will do this and supplement your income with it. So think about that one. And that's where we get our 90-10. Okay? So 80% of you are going to quit, because that's all most people do, is they quit. The 20% of you that don't quit, you're going to fight. But out of those 20, 10 of you are going to make it out. 10. So out of 100 of you in here, 10 of you will make it. Think about that one for a second. Whoa! Oh, wow. We got 250 people in here. All right? So we're going to go with 200 people. 20 of you will make it as a trader. Think about those odds. Think about those odds. Who's going to be my 20 in the VIP? Who's going to be my 20? Put me in the chat. And if you're not in the VIP chat, you can say you still are. You're going to get in, you're going to work hard, and you're going to become part of that 20. Who's going to be the 20? Put me in the chat. Who is going to be the 20? Who's going to roar like a lion? Let me see it. Let me see it. Let's go, YT. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Enough is enough. Stop talking about fair value gaps. Stop talking about RSI, opening range breakouts, and all the bullshit. Shut your pre-market and post-market data off. This is what you're going to learn in that VIP. Let's get you to where you need to go. If you work hard, I want you. If you're not going to work hard, don't come. I want 20. I want 20. Okay? I want 20. Show hungry for money. Yeah, you got to be hungry at this, man. You got to want this more than you want to breathe. Let's go. Justin wants it. Come on, Justin. Welcome aboard. Get in there. Folks, I'll show you what a bot is. I just pinned it. Go report that account, please. Top secret. Go report it. Can't spell useless right either. All right. Only Dan. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Only Dan. Okay. And get Didier too. Let's get this guy. Look at this guy. They're always in a car with sunglasses on. They either have the shirt cut off at the sleeves or they're in a car showing half of their face with sunglasses. Why is that? I want an answer right now. Why is that? Does anybody know why? Because they broke. That's why. They broke. They act like they have this. But they broke. Didier is broker than broke. Didier, how broke are you, baby? How broke are you? Come on, tell us. How broke are you, Didier? Oh, I love you too, Akeem. I love you too, my brother. You are the dream, baby. All right, folks. Let's do some roll call here. We got to finish off those roses. I mean, that's mandatory from TikTok. So let's go. Finish off the roses. Let's go. Finish off the roses. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. To the moon. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Thank you for the follows, everybody. All right, Zen Method, Mr. Dave. Yes, Mr. Dave. Bill Boyle, Jules, Davion, JDM, Elio. Davion, JDM, Esther Lopez, back to school. Pop-Up, Faithful, Living. T the Barber. Yes, I need the barber. Only Dan, George, nevertheless, Elio. Thank you for all those donations, everybody. I appreciate it. Where's the rest of those VIP coaches that don't come in here? I know when you're in here, when you're not. We got to boot them. What do you think? Mr. Dave, JDM, should we boot him? Should we? What do you think? Not you. JDM, I'm asking you. The rest of them, yeah. Well, we got replacements. Jules. I'm going to let JDM decide. JDM, you are in charge. All right, I'm only kidding, folks. It's a joke. It's a joke. You know, you got to breathe. All right? Tomorrow, we will be back on to get you ready for the holiday week in the markets. Boot 'em. We're going to come on with sunglasses tomorrow. I want to look like that Diddy Poopier. What's his name? Poopier? Diddier? What was his name? Poopy or Diddy? With the sunglasses. And I'm going to come off with a cutoff shirt tomorrow. All right? We're going to come off with a cutoff shirt tomorrow. We're going to wear sunglasses, and I'm going to do barbells. Yeah! Yes! And I'm going to have a car behind me. I'm going to go out and get a Porsche right now. And we're going to be one of them. Woo! 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 All right, folks. We'll see you in the VIP. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Have a great day.